What's up, y'all? It has been a few days, about a week since I filmed any content. I had some other videos to post that I had made. Just got back from vacation. This is the 21st of August. 2 days ago is the yearly mark of our tragedy. This makes 3 years this year, so we like to get away during this week of the year, be away from home, to get our mind off of things. That being said, Matt and Shane looked after everything while I was gone. They didn't get any content. Shane was actually at work part of that, and Matt doesn't really like to film content. So anyhow, I'm gonna get everybody caught up. Corn is turning. We're watering it probably for the last time. Beans are putting on pods really heavy. Rice is putting on the heads. Most of it already has. So things are fixing to start happening really fast. We're going to continue with the irrigation, and then we've got harvest on our mind, so it's time to get everything ready there. Anyhow, I'm about to go take a lap, check everything out, and see how it looks. You've seen that bridge back there several times in my videos. That's actually just rounding the corner on the bottom side of my property by my lower pasture. That is a very old bridge. A lot of people actually come out and take pictures of those bridges. They were built way back decades ago, and there's only a few that exist in the county and the state. So that's a pretty neat thing that you see every time I roll through there. So just a little crop update. As you can see, the rice has put its heads on. They're actually starting to lean over and do their thing. So that lets us know, hey, things are happening. We're just getting that much closer to harvest. Our rice looks good. We got most of the levee sprayed, which is really more of a cosmetic type thing than anything. We just like to keep it looking clean. It looks bad when you got big weeds standing up out there, but we actually do harvest the levees too. Some farmers around here are doing row rice. If you have good level fields, which these fields are level, but what I mean by that is you don't have holes, random holes out through the field, you can get by with that. And row rice is a really neat deal that really just started happening around here about 5 or 6 years ago. Everybody has traditionally just put up levees and flooded the fields, but with the new chemical programs and new seed varieties, you can actually do row rice. So we will be turning our old better roller into a row rice unit. So we're going to put it on a 40-inch spacing next year. So that's all to come in the future, because we bought the new 30-inch hipper chopper. With that new better roller, we will do all of our 30-inch stuff with it. So our corn, basically our corn, we may do some 30-inch beans next year, I'm not sure, but with the 40-inch better, we can do some row rice, and we can plant soybeans on 40-inch middles too. So that's going to be a little more versatile tool than what it was, I guess. We were doing 30s and 60s. So I guess really not any more versatile, but it's just going to be versatile in rice and soybeans versus rice and corn. And then we will have our corn better for 30-inch. Anyhow, that being said, corn is coming along. This is not actually our furthest along patches. The very first patch we planted is actually starting to turn. The leaves are starting to wilt down. Everything's starting to take place. These fields are a week or two behind it, so a lot of things are going to happen. We're going to have 120 acres of corn come ready really fast, and then this rice won't be far behind it. You can kind of look out across there, especially along this edge here, and see it's starting to get a yellow tint, and the heads are starting to lay down. So once the heads droop down, grain is getting solid in there, and things are starting to change. So like I said, there will be some quick movements over the next few weeks around the farm. That'll be good content. We've actually been getting a couple showers while I was gone. and it really kind of looks cloudy there, but I don't think the chances are that great. But while I was gone, we caught a few inches of rain for the week, so that helped us on pumping. We are still pumping on the rice because right now it's vital while it's heading out. That's what we call it, heading out. So it's vital for the rice while it's heading out to keep water on it. So that's where we're at on that. Let's go check everything else. So this is a little side-by-side comparison I wanted to show you of the importance of keeping water on the rice when it's putting on its grain. So you can see this lighter part through here. That's everything that's put on the head. And we go down to this next land. This was one of the lands we had problems getting water to. And you can just see the color change from there to here. This isn't putting on heads yet because it's so much more behind. Now right along the levees where the first water comes, it's what gets the first water. That's putting on a head, but everything else isn't. So it's, you know, a week behind the rest of it. Eventually it will catch up and it will all turn together, but that's not really what you want. You kind of want everything to be uniform and happening at the same time. But that's just a little example I wanted to show you of why it's so important to keep the water on the rice. Well, I am back up at my house doing some bush hogging around my pastures. Got my little 5000 series John Deere and my little 10-foot bush hog back there. And I'm going to mow some of the smaller patches and then make a couple passes around the bigger patches, but just trying to knock the tops off the weeds here, leave the good grass. That way the cows, you know, it's easy for them to get to. You don't have to dig through a bunch of weeds to get it. Just clip the tops off. Just going to go ahead and call an end to this video. There's not really going to be much happening today that is exciting for the rest of the day. I've got all my pumps running on the rice. Matt did a really good job of keeping stuff up while Shane and I were working. Well, Shane was working and I was on vacation. But, you know, Matt has really been a huge help for us this year. When I tell you it wouldn't have been possible for us to do this year without him, that's 100% the truth. It's hard to run a farm when you got full-time jobs, but that's what we got to do to make this thing work, and we've got to have help, and Matt is awesome help, but in order for us to keep our full-time jobs and be able to maintain this thing financially, it's huge to have Matt there. So I know he'll probably watch this and just want to tell him thanks. I want to tell all you guys thanks for watching. We appreciate you keeping up with what we got going on. I hope it's entertaining. You know, a lot of people don't get to see this side of farming, or people that just started farming, like really, with no help or anything. I don't mean that we didn't have any help ever. I just mean we didn't start out with any ground, or we didn't take over anybody's operation. We didn't inherit anything. Not that there's anything wrong with anybody that did any of that. It's just our situation is different. We literally started from scratch, nothing. I had this little tractor that I take care of my own farm with, but that wasn't going to farm any ground. So I hope it's entertained you. I hope it showed some people that it is possible. If you have questions, I'm glad to answer them. Our strategy is working for us. It may not work for everybody, but anyhow, in the meantime, please, guys, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, hit the like button, leave comments. All that helps us, and it lets me know kind of what to be recording and not to be recording, things like that. But anyhow, thanks a bunch, guys. We appreciate you.